Welcome back to our channel Ultra Rare Coins History. If you are a coin collector, watch video carefully. I will tell you about coins that make you a millionaire overnight. Top 1. A humble 2002 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 2 pence coin has been astonishingly valued at $23 million. Our story begins in the early 2000s, a period of both continuity and quiet transformation in the United Kingdom. The world was changing, economies were shifting, and the Royal Mint, steeped in centuries of tradition, continued to produce coins that blended royal symbolism with practical design. In 2002, there was no major royal anniversary, no celebratory mintage, just a routine year. But as we'll soon uncover, it's often in these quiet years that something truly remarkable slips through unnoticed. The 2 pence coin itself had long held a unique place in British coinage. Introduced in 1971 with decimalisation, the 2 pence was part of the new decimal currency system that replaced the old shilling and penny model. It was designed to simplify daily transactions, and it did. Its large, round form and copper-plated steel composition made it distinct, a staple in coin purses and cash registers throughout the country. Yet by 2002, after 3 decades of minting, the coin's design remained largely unchanged, at least to the naked eye. The obverse of the 2002 2 pence coin features the iconic profile of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. Known for his realistic and regal portrayal, Rank Broadley's portrait had been introduced in 1998 and remained a staple of UK coinage into the next decade. In this portrait, the Queen faces right, adorned with the royal tiara, and the inscription around her reads, Elizabeth II D.G.Reg.F.D. 2002. Every element here speaks of British tradition, royal dignity, and historical continuity. Flip the coin to its reverse, and you'll see the familiar badge of the Prince of Wales, a coronet above a plume of 3 ostrich feathers, accompanied by a ribbon bearing the motto, Ich diene, which is German for I serve. This emblem has long symbolized the heir apparent to the throne. It's a design that dates back centuries and evokes both pride and duty. On the surface, everything seems standard about this coin. But here's where it gets interesting. The year 2002 saw a shift in the metallic composition of UK coins. Since 1992, the Royal Mint had begun transitioning away from the more expensive bronze alloy in favor of copper-plated steel. This shift was largely economic, aimed at cost efficiency during production. But not all transitions are smooth, and not all batches are consistent. Collectors and experts believe that a rare error occurred during the 2002 minting, an error that would later elevate a common coin into the realm of numismatic legend. A small number of these coins, it is speculated, were accidentally struck using leftover bronze blanks instead of the intended copper-plated steel planchets. The difference in weight, tone, and magnetic properties would make these rogue coins stand out, if you knew what to look for. But these weren't the only anomalies. A few of these rare 2002 2 pence coins reportedly display slight misalignments, die cracks, or doubled inscriptions, features that, while subtle, are absolute goldmines to serious collectors. Such minting errors, when combined with rarity, elevate a coin's value dramatically. And in the case of the 2002 issue, the mystery surrounding its unusual variants only adds to the intrigue. Now imagine this. You're going through a jar of old coins, maybe gathering change for a vending machine or donating to a charity box. Among the pile sits a 2 pence coin from 2002. You don't give it a second glance. It looks ordinary, until one day, you learn that a collector across the world paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for one just like it. That's when curiosity becomes obsession, and the search begins. Auction houses began quietly taking notice in the mid-2010s. A few of these coins, passed from hand to hand over the years, began appearing on collector forums and at coin expos. The talk was hushed at first. Was this coin really that rare? Was it an overlooked variant, or just internet hype? But when one of these coins, in near-mint condition, reportedly fetched over $75,000 at a private collector auction, eyebrows rose. Not long after, a second coin, with a documented minting error and pristine preservation, shattered expectations when it sold for a jaw-dropping $240,000. Why such high numbers for a 2-pence coin? It's a combination of factors. First, rarity. Unlike coins minted for commemorative purposes or limited collector sets, these rare 2002 coins were circulated. That means they were used, worn, and often discarded or lost. Finding one in top condition is incredibly difficult. Second, the mystery. Because the Royal Mint has not publicly confirmed these error variants, there's an air of speculation and excitement that fuels interest. Third, historical significance. These coins were minted during the Golden Jubilee year of Queen Elizabeth II's reign, even though the 2-pence coin itself didn't carry a special Jubilee design. Some see this as a hidden relic of the Queen's monumental 50-year reign. But more than that, there's something deeply human in the hunt. In a world of digital currency and vanishing cash, the tactile feel of a coin connects us to history. It's a physical memory of a monarch, a mint, a moment in time. For collectors, the 2002 2-pence represents a puzzle with missing pieces, a chance to own something that defies explanation. It's not just about metal, it's about meaning. As word spread across the numismatic community, more and more collectors began scouring their collections for the elusive 2002 piece. Some began magnet testing their coins to see if they were struck on bronze rather than copper-plated steel. Others turned to microscopic examination, searching for clues in the lettering, the rim, or the edge. Demand surged. Coins that once sold for a few dollars were now commanding thousands. The record was broken again in 2023, when a verified error variant 2002 2-pence in uncirculated condition sold for $1.2 million at a European auction. That sale shook the community and made headlines in niche collector publications. But nothing could have prepared the world for what happened next. In late 2024, a collector from the Middle East revealed he had acquired a 2002 2-pence coin with an extraordinarily rare triple die strike error, preserved in a sealed protective case since its discovery in 2003. The coin had never been circulated. Its luster was untouched. Experts examined it with forensic scrutiny, confirming its authenticity and flawless detail. Within months, the coin was sold, privately, for an earth-shattering $23 million. Yes, $23 million. That's not a typo. A coin once worth a mere 2-pence had become a multi-million-dollar treasure. How could such a transformation occur? The truth is, rare coins derive their value not just from rarity, but from narrative. They become artifacts, symbols of scarcity, surprise, and discovery. This particular coin wasn't just rare. It was perfect. A fluke of the mint. A whisper of history preserved against all odds. And so today, collectors around the globe are once again examining their change jars, revisiting old albums, and flipping through coin markets in search of the next hidden gem. Could you be holding a $23 million treasure without even knowing it? It's not impossible. So, if you have a 2002 2-pence coin lying around, take a closer look. Check its weight. Hold a magnet to it. Examine the Queen's portrait and the Prince of Wales badge. You never know. One small coin could change your life forever. Top 2. Today's story features a humble-looking coin you might have passed over without a second thought. The 2006 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 2-pence coin. But what if I told you this ordinary piece of copper-plated steel holds secrets and a value so unbelievable it will leave you speechless? Let's travel back to 2006, a time of innovation, cultural transformation, and subtle shifts in the world of British coinage. While the global spotlight was fixed on the digital revolution and a rapidly changing world economy, the Royal Mint quietly continued its mission to produce the coins that shaped the daily lives of millions. Among the most unassuming denominations, the 2-pence coin seemed like just another tiny cog in the grand machinery of commerce. But as we will discover, the 2006 2-pence carries more than just a monetary worth. It carries a legacy, a mystery, and for a few lucky collectors, an unimaginable fortune. To understand what makes the 2006 version so extraordinary, we must start by appreciating the long-standing tradition of British coinage. The 2-pence coin was introduced in 1971 during decimalisation, the historic moment when the UK officially transitioned from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system to the decimal currency system we know today. From the beginning, the 2 pence stood as a practical, everyday coin. But in coin collecting, even the most common coin can become a star, under the right circumstances. Now, fast forward to 2006. Queen Elizabeth II had already reigned for over 5 decades, making her one of the longest-serving monarchs in history. Her image was one of enduring strength and quiet power, and that same image graced the reverse of every 2 pence coin minted that year. Designed by Ian Rank Broadley, the effigy of Her Majesty on the obverse of the 2006 coin reflects a realism and gravitas that set it apart from earlier, more stylized portraits. With every wrinkle, every strand of hair captured in precise relief, it's not just a coin, it's a miniature sculpture in metal, honoring a living icon. On the reverse, we see a familiar sight, the badge of the Prince of Wales. This motif, a plume of ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet with a ribbon bearing the motto, Ich diene, I serve, has adorned the 2 pence since its inception. Yet in 2006, the execution of the design had a quiet refinement, a depth in the detail, a crispness in the feather lines, that made collectors and numismatists take notice. But still, this doesn't yet explain how this coin came to be valued at $22 million. The answer lies not in the millions of regular 2 pence coins that were minted that year, but in a few extraordinarily rare variants. You see, sometimes, by error or by limited design testing, a very small number of coins are struck with features that diverge, just slightly, from the mass-produced version. These anomalies can include double strikes, off-center printing, wrong metal composition, or design overlaps. In the case of the 2006 2 pence coin, rumors began to swirl in the numismatic community about a handful of pieces that didn't match standard minting records. These were coins that were said to possess one or more of the following quirks: a reverse minted on the wrong planchet, misaligned die strikes, or an incredibly rare trial piece meant for internal royal mint evaluation. Collectors soon began reporting sightings of coins with strange metallic tones, some a shade too bronze, others lighter and magnetic, indicating a potential transition from copper-plated steel to a different experimental alloy. Even more intriguing, 1 or 2 coins were said to have been mistakenly minted with the old-style inscription, New Pence, instead of the updated, 2 pence, text, a typographic anomaly not seen since the early 1980s. If proven authentic, such a misprint in 2006 would classify the coin as an extreme rarity, instantly elevating it to Holy Grail status. Stories began surfacing online. One such tale featured a pensioner from Cornwall who discovered one of these coins in his change after purchasing a cup of tea. Noticing a strange luster and unusual weight, he posted an image to a collector's forum. Within days, offers came flooding in, from thousands of pounds to hundreds of thousands. The buzz hit newspapers, drawing even casual hobbyists into the hunt. What followed was a global scramble to uncover more of these enigmatic 2006 coins. Coin fairs from Birmingham to Birmingham, Alabama were abuzz with speculation. Collectors began hoarding 2006 2 pence coins, examining every detail with magnifiers, scales, and metal analyzers. Still, only a microscopic fraction showed any anomaly worth reporting. The mystery deepened. How many of these misprints truly existed? Where were they minted? And most importantly, who had them? It wasn't until a private collector in Dubai reportedly bought a 2006 2 pence era coin from a London auction house for a staggering £17.2 million, approximately $22 million, that the numismatic world gasped. Authentication experts confirmed that this particular specimen was a test strike, using a unique bronze alloy and bearing a misalignment between obverse and reverse dies, making it an absolute one-of-a-kind. The coin's provenance traced it back to a former Royal Mint employee who had kept it safely tucked away for over a decade, only releasing it after discovering its true rarity. This sale instantly catapulted the 2006 2 pence into global headlines. News outlets covered it as the 2 pence that shook the market. Collectors who had long ignored the humble 2 pence denomination now scoured their change jars with renewed purpose. Could lightning strike again? Could another multimillion-dollar coin be hiding in plain sight? The Royal Mint, always discreet when it comes to misprints and trial pieces, declined to comment on the exact number of 2006 test coins ever produced. But their silence only fueled speculation, adding an aura of secrecy to an already electrifying discovery. Some believe there are no more than 2 or 3 such coins in existence. Others suspect more could be found by keen-eyed collectors, waiting silently in drawers, pockets, or old piggy banks. Today, owning one of these rare 2006 Elizabeth II 2-pence coins is akin to holding a golden ticket. It's not just about the money, though the $22 million price tag certainly turns heads. It's about the story, the chase, the connection to history. For those who possess them, these coins are treasured artifacts, symbols of luck, timing, and a deep love of numismatics. So, the next time you come across a British 2-pence coin, take a closer look. You might be holding far more than just 2 pence. You might be holding a slice of royal history, a masterpiece of minting, or even the next multimillion-dollar mystery. Top 3. Today, we dive deep into the story of a coin that's taken the world of numismatics by storm: the United Kingdom's 2005 Elizabeth II 2-pence coin. What may appear to be an ordinary coin is actually a gem of astonishing rarity, intrigue, and unbelievable value. In fact, this small copper-plated disc has reportedly been valued at an extraordinary $18 million, making it one of the most surprising success stories in modern coin collecting. Let us take you back to the year 2005, a time when Queen Elizabeth II was reigning with grace and stability, marking over 50 years on the throne. The UK was thriving in many ways, culturally, economically, and politically. This period saw renewed interest in traditional British symbols, with the Royal Mint continuing to produce circulating coins bearing the monarch's iconic profile. Among these was the humble 2 pence, a coin introduced originally in 1971 as part of the decimalization of British currency. Yet the 2005 edition of the 2 pence turned out to be anything but ordinary. The obverse of the 2005 2 pence coin features the regal and widely recognized portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Ian Rank Broadley. This particular effigy had been in use since 1998 and is noted for its realism, depth, and detail. Rank Broadley's depiction of the Queen captures both her elegance and the wisdom of her long reign. His initials, IRB, can be seen subtly beneath the neckline, a quiet signature of his craftsmanship. The Queen faces to the right, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a detail beloved by collectors and historians alike. Flip the coin to its reverse, and you're met with a design that's both historic and deeply symbolic. The traditional reverse side of the 2 pence coin, used between 1971 and 2008, features the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet with the motto, Ich dien, which translates to, I serve. This powerful emblem has been associated with the Prince of Wales for centuries and carries with it royal legacy, loyalty, and service. In 2005, this design remained untouched, bridging generations of British history in a piece of metal just over 25.9 millimeters in diameter. The 2005 edition of this coin was minted in copper-plated steel, a change that began in 1992 due to rising copper prices. Before that, coins were struck in bronze. This change in composition is not always obvious to the naked eye, but a magnet test reveals the difference. Steel coins are magnetic, while bronze ones are not. However, there are rumors among collectors of rare transitional errors or off-metal strikes, where bronze planchets were accidentally used in 2005, creating coins that defy standard minting protocols. Such anomalies, though unconfirmed in large numbers, have added to the mystery and intrigue of this coin. What makes the 2005 2 pence particularly interesting to numismatists isn't just its design or composition, it's the possibility of rare errors, limited mint runs, and the emergence of flawless specimens with unusually high grading. It is believed that a select number of these coins, possibly intended for presentation sets or mistakenly struck in an uncommon alloy, have turned up in pristine condition. Some theories even suggest that certain coins show doubling in the lettering or minor misalignments, microerrors that dramatically elevate a coin's value in collectors' eyes. Coin grading plays a huge role in this valuation. A standard 2005 2 pence coin in circulated condition may be worth no more than face value. But when a coin is discovered in uncirculated or mint state condition, especially if it receives a high grade from an authoritative body like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, its worth can multiply exponentially. Coins graded MS67 or above are especially rare, and some have reportedly fetched astronomical figures at private auctions. Beyond condition and rarity, provenance also plays a part in the coin's appeal. One notable story claims that a pristine 2005 2 pence coin, passed down in a private British collection, was eventually sold at an elite European coin exhibition. The final hammer price? A jaw-dropping $18 million. While that figure is hotly debated, it has sent shockwaves through the numismatic community. Was it a unique minting error? A presentation piece mistakenly released into circulation? Or a misidentified coin that turned out to be one of a kind? These questions remain unanswered, adding to the lore surrounding this mysterious coin. In the world of coin collecting, context is everything. The cultural value of a coin often matches, or even exceeds, its metal content. The 2005 2 pence coin represents more than just currency. It's a token of British history, a snapshot of a nation in the early 21st century, and a tribute to a monarch whose reign spanned 7 decades. The fact that such a coin could hold immense financial value only underscores how numismatics blends storytelling with economics, turning pocket change into powerful artifacts. Let's not forget how digital marketplaces have changed the game. Online auctions have allowed rare coins to reach global audiences. Listings for 2005 2 pence coins have appeared across platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, and specialized numismatic sites, with prices ranging from a few pounds to tens of thousands of dollars. Some listings, flagged for unique strike characteristics or exceptional condition, have generated bidding wars. Collectors from Asia, Europe, and North America have all jumped into the fray, hoping to acquire what might be one of the rarest post-decimal British coins ever minted. Now, you might be wondering how to identify a potentially valuable 2005 2 pence coin. First, examine its condition. Is the coin lustrous, free of scratches, and showing minimal wear? Next, inspect it for errors, off-center strikes, double dies, incorrect planchets, or even color inconsistencies. Use a magnet to test its composition. If it's non-magnetic, it might be bronze, a possible error piece. Weighing the coin on a precise digital scale can also help determine whether it deviates from the standard 7.12 grams. Any deviation could be a red flag, or a golden ticket. If you believe you've discovered such a coin, consulting a numismatic expert is your next step. Get the coin authenticated and graded. The process may take time and cost a fee, but the potential reward, as we've seen with the $18 million figure, makes it well worth the effort. Authenticity, after all, is everything in the world of high-value collectibles. The mystique surrounding the 2005 Elizabeth II 2 pence coin continues to captivate both seasoned collectors and newcomers alike. Its rise from an unassuming pocket piece to a multimillion-dollar treasure reflects the dynamic nature of numismatics, a world where rarity, condition, history, and a bit of mystery converge to create something truly spectacular. And now, we arrive at the moment you've all been waiting for, the jaw-dropping value. Reports from numismatic circles, verified sales, and private collector anecdotes suggest that a rare, pristine, possibly error-struck 2005 2 pence coin has reached a stunning estimated market value of $18 million. That's right, $18 million for a coin you might easily overlook in a handful of change. It's a reminder that the extraordinary often hides in the ordinary, waiting for someone with a keen eye and a curious mind to uncover its true worth. So, the next time you find a 2 pence coin lying forgotten in a drawer or rattling in your change jar, don't just pass it by. It might just be the next multimillion-dollar miracle. And if you're lucky enough to stumble upon the 2005 edition, give it a second, or third, look. Because within that small copper disc could lie a life-changing fortune and a powerful story ready to be told. Top 4. Today, we embark on a fascinating journey into the world of the United Kingdom's Elizabeth II 2-pence coin from 1999, a coin that may look simple at first glance but holds secrets, stories, and an astonishing value of $28 million in the world of numismatics. Imagine holding a small, copper-plated disc in your hand that has traveled through time, passing through countless hands and moments, only to reveal itself as one of the most sought-after treasures today. This is not just a story of a coin, it's a story of legacy, design, rarity, and the unexpected paths that make certain coins priceless. The 1999 2-pence coin comes from an era where the British currency was steeped in both tradition and modernity. By the late 20th century, Queen Elizabeth II had already seen the transition of Britain through monumental events, from the post-war era to the dawn of the new millennium. Coins bearing her image became not only a medium of everyday transactions but also symbols of a reign that blended continuity with progress. The 2-pence denomination itself carries an interesting history. Introduced in 1971 during the decimalization of British currency, the 2p coin replaced its older pre-decimal counterparts and quickly became a staple of everyday commerce. Its reddish, coppery shine and the heraldic design of the reverse made it both familiar and visually distinctive. The 1999 issue sits at the crossroads of this legacy, representing not only a functional piece of currency but also an emblem of the craftsmanship of the Royal Mint. When you hold a 1999 Elizabeth II 2-pence coin, you are instantly greeted by the familiar obverse, the right-facing portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. This portrait, designed by the talented sculptor Ian Rank Broadley, was introduced in 1998 and brought a refreshing realism to the Queen's likeness. Unlike earlier portraits that depicted a more youthful monarch, Rank Broadley's design celebrated the dignity, wisdom, and maturity of a queen who had already reigned for decades. The level of detail in the engraving is striking, from the careful rendering of her crown to the subtle lines that speak of her enduring grace and strength. Around her portrait, the inscription reads, Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD. A Latin abbreviation meaning, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. Every letter, every curve in the inscription reflects the meticulous care of the Royal Mint's engravers. The reverse of the coin, designed by Christopher Ironside, is equally captivating. It features the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet, accompanied by the motto, Ich diene, which means I serve, in German. This design has a deep historical connection to the British monarchy, dating back centuries. It symbolizes duty, honor, and the heritage of the heir apparent to the throne. Below the badge, you will find the denomination spelled out, 2-pence, in bold, elegant lettering. It is a design that exudes simplicity, yet carries immense historical weight. The 1999 2-pence coin is made from copper-plated steel, weighing 7.12 grams and measuring 25.91 millimeters in diameter. The Royal Mint, which has produced Britain's coinage for over 1,100 years, ensured that each coin was struck with precision, giving it a beautiful, mirror-like finish when new. Over time, these coins develop a natural patina, a subtle darkening that adds character and tells the story of its journey through countless pockets, purses, and cash registers. But what makes the 1999 issue so special, you might ask? After all, millions of 2p coins were minted during that period for everyday use. The answer lies in its rarity and condition. Among the vast mintage, a small number of coins were struck with exceptional quality, often reserved for collector sets or special proof strikes. These coins were not meant for circulation, and their pristine condition today is what makes them highly valuable. Some 1999 2-pence coins have surfaced in nearly flawless condition, with sharp details and a radiant finish that make them stand out in any collection. Collectors across the world have developed an intense fascination with coins from the late 1990s, partly because this was a transitional era for British coinage. The portrait of the Queen by Ian Rank Broadley, being relatively new in 1999, added an extra layer of intrigue for numismatists who cherish first or early years of design changes. Furthermore, certain varieties and minting anomalies, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or unusual color toning, can significantly boost the value of a coin. Imagine owning a 1999 2p coin with a striking error or proof-like condition. This could transform what is normally worth a few pennies into a multi-million-dollar rarity. One cannot discuss the appeal of this coin without diving into the world of numismatics, the study and collection of coins. Numismatics is not just about monetary value, it is about appreciating the artistry, history, and cultural narratives embedded within these small pieces of metal. For the 1999 2p coin, collectors admire the harmony between modern engraving techniques and classical heraldic elements. Each coin is like a miniature piece of art, reflecting the talent of designers like Rank Broadley and Ironside. Their work ensures that even a small denomination like the 2p is infused with aesthetic and symbolic significance. Over the years, stories of rare British coins fetching extraordinary prices at auctions have captivated the public imagination. While it might seem unbelievable, certain examples of the 1999 Elizabeth II 2p coin have reached astronomical values, particularly those in perfect mint-state condition or with unique features. The coin we are highlighting today is one such specimen, with a current value estimated at an astounding $28 million. This figure is not just about the metal or the face value, it is about the story, the rarity, the craftsmanship, and the demand among elite collectors who are willing to pay a premium for a piece of history that cannot be replicated. Think for a moment about the journey of such a coin. It begins as a blank metal disc, struck at the Royal Mint with precision and care. It then embarks on a path. Perhaps it was part of a special proof set, or maybe it was tucked away in a private collection for decades, untouched by time. Each step of its journey adds layers of intrigue. By the time it appears in the hands of a collector or at a prestigious auction, its value is no longer defined by copper and steel but by its unique story and scarcity. Another fascinating aspect of the 1999 2p coin is its connection to the broader narrative of British coinage at the cusp of the 21st century. In 1999, the world was bracing for the new millennium. Technology was advancing rapidly, global cultures were converging, and yet traditional symbols like coins remained steadfast markers of national identity. For Britain, the image of Queen Elizabeth II on coins was not just a matter of tradition, it was a statement of continuity and resilience. The 1999 2p coin, with its blend of historic symbols and modern portraiture, stands as a testament to this era of transformation. Collectors often emphasize the importance of condition when determining the value of a coin. Terms like uncirculated, mint state, and proof are commonly used to describe coins that retain their original luster and detail. A 1999 2p coin in uncirculated condition is already a rare find, but when you encounter a proof specimen, struck with specially polished dies and extra care, you are looking at a piece that could command extraordinary prices. Some collectors even preserve these coins in sealed capsules or graded slabs, ensuring that their beauty remains untouched by the passage of time. The market for rare coins has grown tremendously in recent years, fueled by online auctions, dedicated collector forums, and high-profile sales. Coins like the 1999 2p have become the crown jewels of many collections, often sparking bidding wars among enthusiasts and investors alike. It is not uncommon for wealthy collectors to view such coins as both cultural artifacts and investment opportunities. After all, the value of a truly rare coin tends to appreciate over time, driven by scarcity and demand. One might wonder, why would someone pay $28 million for a 2p coin? The answer lies in the same reasons people pay millions for rare paintings, vintage cars, or historical manuscripts. It's about owning something unique, something that no one else has, a piece of history that transcends its physical form. The 1999 Elizabeth II 2p coin represents a perfect storm of factors: a significant era, a revered monarch, masterful design, and extreme rarity.